Previously on Thoughts and Players.
It's that old philosophy of the best way to hide the truth is in between two lies, because then people discount it altogether. But that is sort of the Illuminati. That's what really people mean, that it's a secret, hidden world where people manipulate things and do things to further their own people. And so no one else has access to that.
Using the term Illuminati just brings out, like, you're going to get a lot of fans after that. You're going to get a lot of those crazy people who talk about Illuminati all the time, and they take it into the other weird area, and you're like, no, dude, that's not really the way. I'm talking about basically the rich just running the whole board, and we don't know how we're going to, but what about, then they start bringing up other stuff, and you're like, no, not so much that, but you'll get a lot of followers.
You don't need any of the structure the way it is. You know, the way the pharmaceutical industry, we know this because all these other countries who are doing it in a completely different way. We just do it because we do it. It's a capitalistic society. It's an Illuminati society, right? That's what it really is. So, I only want to ever speak to people who are intelligent and critical and rational enough to understand it, you know. But it also will appeal to people who are sort of clueless. If you go, don't you understand all of this stuff that Bernie's talking about?
Excuse me.
Is what you perceive as the Illuminati. So you want to get behind him to shut that shit down.
Do the well-connected go to the front of the line?
Well, you'd have to ask them that question. I mean, I've read. No, I wouldn't say so, but perhaps that's been the story of life.
On social media, criticism for celebrities who've been tested, like Celine Dion, Heidi Klum, and reportedly Kris Jenner.
Whatever it may be, I'm going to quarantine myself.
Okay, I come back first from KTV because I'm not feeling well and I'm sick, I think. So yeah, I'm going to rest first, take a shower and end my day today. Okay, let's go take a shower. See you later. Okay, I'm back showering. And I'm not feeling well. I'm really not feeling well. I got no voice. I keep coughing. And milkless is coming out. So I think I'm going to rest early today and wake up for tomorrow breakfast. So see you guys tomorrow.
Dozens of Chinese have come down with pneumonia in a major city in western China, and officials don't know why. They know it wasn't caused by flu, and they have traced it to a food market. Officials now worry that traveling patients could spread the disease.
So I'm outside enjoying nature and hearing the birds chirp. The only kind of tweets that are truly transforming. And I'm thinking, you know, I wouldn't mind being Adam with my Eve and the animals and the peace and quiet before the metaphorical apple was eaten. And then I see that even nature has a sense of humor in social distancing.
Having cases that are appearing as they go into their winter season. And if in fact they have a substantial outbreak, it will be inevitable that we need to be prepared that we'll get a cycle around the second time.
I think what you do at the end of the world is you call people to tell them how much you fucking hate them. You fucking pompous player. I wish I had another P word. With a small penis. Fucking, how dare you not be doing more with your fucking talents? Wasting it away on hedonistic, there's something so, what would I say? Such hedonistic, something douchebaggery, such fuckery that you're involved with, so self-involved garbage that you are. I hope you have a good end of the world. I hope this reaches you and changes the fucking horrible person that you are. And makes you do live streams. And makes you be more than Tim Black. You can't use this against me. You can't even be better than Tim Black. And you have more talent. And yet you do nothing. Nothing for Bernie. How dare you, sir?
The tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
You waste of my voicemail storage space, little weakling man. Raging at the wall on Facebook and the cage that you've created inside of your mind. Raging for Bernie, raging against those who aren't listening, at you raging against them, post after post, stream after stream, where the choir supports you and the people that you're mad at are nowhere to be seen or heard. Meanwhile, the world is ending. I'm trying to spend time with loved ones, and you want me to spend time with hated ones. How dare you? How dare you proclaim that I'm not doing enough when all you have to do is pick up the phone or pick up your mic and just rage off of Facebook into the void while everyone else edits and sets up equipment and gets things all prepared so you can do what you do. All right. I mean, it's obviously you're on the verge of some sort of mental breakdown. You're not even doing more than the other Matt, who's a comedian in Canada, who shares your last name, which I won't mention. It's sort of like stuck on you. which is apparently what you're doing when you rage against the nothingness of the void. Yes, the world is dying. One of the reasons it's dying is because no one's listening to you. No one's listening to me. And how dare you suggest that me focusing on finding a little piece of happiness, a little piece of ray of sunshine amongst those that I care about via text and phone calls. So I hope this gets to you. I hope this reaches you deep inside that limited view. And then maybe we'll find some common ground. You're not even better than Tim White, who's a random person who lives in some random city in some random state, who's just trying to hoard bathroom tissue back to his remnants of his home. All right, I'm done. I appreciated voicemail. It's a humble brag. Ciao.
Curtis, you finally jumped in. I've been on here talking for fucking an hour, you passive-aggressive little beep. I know you don't say anything worthy until an hour. I'm going to catch you up on the conversation, Curtis. Curtis, what is your weapon of choice in the pandemic? C says the best weapon is common sense and someone you love. Oh my God. What are you fucking, what are you, a guru now? Oh, the best weapon is common sense and someone you love. The best weapon is common sense and someone you love. Dude, the whole country is not based on common sense. Don't be bringing your fucking hoity-toity attitude here. And Curtis says it's about common sense and love. Me hungry. Everybody's just giving me scripted, funny Frankenstein things to say because I sort of look like Frankenstein. So yeah, it's all about common sense and love. That's how we're gonna get through, baby. That's what it's all about. And the funny thing is, I don't even think Curtis fucking smokes weed. But that, you know, that's like fucking, you know, something a stoner would say. It's all about common sense and love. Can't we just love everybody? Name anything you're saying that common sense and someone you love doesn't resolve. Don't resolve. He said he wrote don't resolve. Okay, name anything you're saying. We were talking about weapons. Weapons would probably help you save the woman, the person you love. So if you could get a weapon so you could protect that woman, that would be common sense, would be buying a weapon. The thing about common sense is not so common, Curtis. That would be number one cliche after your fucking horrible cliche. And someone you love is also very hard to find, Curtis. You should know that most single parents are women. 84% of single parents are women. So they have kids, but do they really have someone who's loving them? I don't think so. Don't let your woman fight your battles, C. Yeah, C, you're the problem. I think C's a pacifist anyway. I know he's a vegan. But he's not a smarmy vegan. I mean, he's smarmy. Curtis is fucking smarmy as fuck, but he's a vegan, so I gotta cut him some slack. I have a hard time giving anybody an attitude who's a vegan. If you have it, common sense protects you from everyone else who lacks it. Well, that's not true, Curtis. That's fucking such false information. And the virus is spreading, and most people don't have common sense and aren't staying on lockdown, and they are putting people at risk. We have a president who doesn't have common sense, who tells us that April 19th we're going to go back to work, we're going to have an Easter miracle, and then we're going to have a wonderful Easter party, we're going to have peeps for the peeps, and we're going to get back to work. All you peeps, get back to work. So, you know, common sense does not rule the day right now, Curtis. It's just false hope you're giving everybody. Curtis says, common sense tells you to stay the hell away from all those people. Who are these people? Why won't they stay away from other people? Fucking the mall in San Angelo, Texas is open. So, Curtis, is that common sense? Is the whole country working under common sense? Is common sense locking down every state, Curtis? Is that occurring? Is common sense ruling the day, Curtis? Or is that just in your fucking little world, in your little bubble? Some people dismiss Bill Gates as not being smart enough to comment, which again doesn't seem like common sense to me. So remember, everybody, use common sense and love to get through this. All right?
It was New Year's Eve 2019 when health officials in China admitted they had a problem. A lot of the viruses that make us sick actually originate in animals. Some of the viruses that cause the flu come from birds and pigs. HIV/AIDS comes from chimpanzees. The deadly Ebola virus likely originates in bats. And in the case of the 2019 coronavirus, there's some evidence it went from a bat to a pangolin before infecting a human. While viruses are very good at jumping between species, it's rare for a deadly one to make this journey all the way to humans. That's because it would need all these hosts to encounter each other at some point. That's where the Wuhan Market comes in. It's a wet market. A kind of place where live animals are slaughtered and sold for consumption.
It was not a surprise at all, and I think that it was not a surprise to many scientists.
Peter Lee is a professor and expert on China's animal trade.
The cages stacked above one over another. Animals at the bottom are often soaked with all kinds of liquid, animal excrement, pus, blood, or whatever the liquid they're receiving from the animals above.
That's exactly how a virus can jump from one animal to another. If that animal then comes in contact with or is consumed by a human, the virus could potentially infect them. And if the virus then spreads to other humans, it causes an outbreak. Yet these products became popular with an influential portion of China's population.
The majority of the people in China do not eat wildlife animals. Those people who consume these wildlife animals are the rich and the powerful, a small minority.
Well, you'd have to ask them that question. I mean, I've read. No, I wouldn't say so, but perhaps that's been the story of life.